Okay, so my last video got cut off because it reached the 15-minute mark, so I'm going to start a new video. So continuing on, we try our best in everything that we do, okay? And lastly, ask for help. So you have a wide range of students. You have students over here who you say, oh, drink some water. What do I do? Pick up your cup. Mr. Cheng, then what do I do? Drink some water. Mr. Cheng, what do I do next? Put the cup down. So you have students asking every step of the way, what do I do now? What do I do now? What do I do now? So for you guys, I want to challenge you guys to think about what you're supposed to do. Think about what comes next. Try it. Make a mistake. Learn from your mistake. Then you have the opposite end who never ask any questions. I have this program called IXL. Some of you guys are familiar with it. And so I would see that a student is having trouble. They missed the last 5 questions. I'll go to the student and I say, do you have any questions? And they will say no. And I'll say, are you sure you don't have any questions? No, I'm good. You missed the last 5 questions. Do you have any questions? Yeah. How do you blank, blank, blank? So don't be on this other extreme who never ask any questions. Make sure you guys ask questions. In my class, you might have had teachers who made fun of you or ridiculed you or got mad at you. You might have had peers who laughed at you or made fun of you. But that's not going to happen in my class. If a student does make fun of you or laugh at you, I'll kick them out of the Google Meets. And I'm definitely not going to laugh at you for a question. So ask your questions. If you guys are too shy to ask it in class, you guys can put it into the chat box, or you guys can stick around at the end of the period. Because we have a 15-minute passing period, that should be enough time to ask whatever question you have. Also, office hours every day at 1 o'clock, at 1 to 2, and on Friday from 11:30 to 12:30. You guys have all that information, so definitely ask questions, okay? And you can also look at the resources, which is going to be on the next page. So we have virtual learning expectations. We have the acceptable use policy. You guys sign this every year. This year, I don't know how you guys did it. Maybe virtual signing, I don't know. But it's basically common sense. No profanity, respect others, school attire. So what's appropriate at the beach is not appropriate here. So make sure you do that. Video's on, okay? Unless you have special circumstances. If you need to take a break, you can always just take a break. Like for example, if you need to use the restroom, you don't need to ask me. You could just go to use the restroom. You could keep your video off at that time. But for the most part, I want your videos on because I've had students in summer virtually. They were turning on the Google Meets and leaving or sleeping. When I called on them, they would not answer. I called on them again 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, they would not answer. So they're not paying attention to the lesson. I can't see that if the videos are off. Make sure your mics are off and they are on when I ask you a question, okay? Or when you guys are speaking or asking questions yourself. Questions in the chat box, or you guys can interrupt me at any time and ask a question by turning off your mute. Hang up when the class is finished. Here are some resources. The book I already mentioned on the website, the Gizmos and PhET. These are simulations. There are a lot of simulations, so play around with them. It's I only have some of the simulations on the website. We're only going to go through some of them. There are a lot here, okay? And you guys can learn a lot from them. And then the PowerPoints, these right here, very, very important. I spent a lot of time gathering and figuring out which videos are best for chemistry. These 3 at the top are the best for learning chemistry. Tyler DeWitt, Dave the Science Guy, and Melissa Maribel. They explain the work very well. Crash Course Chemistry is good, but it's fast. And so it'll be good as a review. Okay, so once you learn the material, Crash Course Chemistry is good to kind of get an overall picture of what you just learned. Chemistry Glossary, that's basically, there's a lady that comes on and she explains a certain concept or a word or defines a word, and it's usually lasts about a minute and a half, and it's just a really short snippet of an idea or a concept. Okay. And lastly, we have the class sessions. Okay, so the class sessions can be recorded. Right now, I'm doing a recording using Screencastify or Screencast-O-Matic. But in class, I could use the Google Meets to record. So by being on Google Meets, you are agreeing to be recorded. I do not record every session. I hardly ever record. If I record, I like to record on the side and not the class. But unfortunately, if I record on the side, I only have a 15-minute limit. So if you are on Google Classroom, you are agreeing to be recorded. I will let you know when I'm starting the recording, and you will see a record button on the top left-hand side. It is not going to be posted on YouTube. It's just for your peers. Maybe they were absent, things like that. Okay. Students, you guys are going to fill out this form, telling me that you read and agreed to this syllabus, and also it asks a few questions. Parents, your contact information, and agreeing to and seeing this syllabus. And students, you can fill out the forms for your parents, but if you do so and you click submit, you are promising that you will show the syllabus to your parents. Okay? And parents, if you're watching this, then this click here button, you cannot access that using your personal email. You have to use your child's school email address. Okay? If there are any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. There is one more thing that I want to cover. It is the calendar. And I created this calendar for myself, but I shared it with the teachers. And then I realized that students could benefit from this calendar as well. So I created this calendar. So it's a whole calendar for the month. And then you have periods 1, 2, and 3 in different shades, 4, 5, and 6 in different shades, 4, 5, and 6 again over here. And if you're looking for 4th period, for example, all of them will be the darker shade right here. And I omitted Friday because we don't have lessons on Friday. The bell schedule is at the bottom, and your Friday office hour schedule is at the bottom. I did post this on Google Classroom, so if you guys want to use it, feel free to ask me for permission, and then I will grant you the permission, and you'll be able to access this, save a copy for yourself, and change it. You guys can print it out and use it. You don't have to use it. So it's just an extra resource if you want to stay organized. Okay. All right, that's it. So let's have a great year.